Alright, first I'm going to cite my sources, and we have Return of the Black Death by Susan Scott and Christopher Duncan. Then we have The Black Death, A Chronicle of the Plague by Jonas Nohl, or however you pronounce his last name, N-O-H-L. And my third source is a historical account of the plague published in 1832, and I don't have the original book. I've got the PDF format on my computer. Since this book was published over 100 years ago, and the author's been dead for X number of years, I don't know how long, well over 100 years, this book is in the public domain. I'm providing a link to this in the video description in case y'all want to look through it. The first thing is, in London in 1259 a plague broke out and 29,000 people starved to death in London. And just about all the sources that I've read about the plague, starvation, because the farmers were dying, the merchants were dying that was bringing the food from the farm to the market, those people were dying also. There was massive starvation. There are stories of children killing their parents and eating them, parents killing their children, husbands killing their wives, wives killing their husbands and their children to eat them, cannibalism. Anyway, there was stories of the peasants, of the poor. They would raid the houses of the rich and kill them, and then eat the people that they considered rich. Alright, so let's move forward. Today we're talking about food production. And one thing that I really recommend that you stock up on is radish seed. I got this from the local feed fertilizer store. Radishes have a maturity of 30 days. You put them in the ground with some water, a little bit of fertilizer. In 15 days, you can start pulling up the sprouts and eating them straight. You don't have to cook this. You can eat them raw or boil them. You can add the sprouts to a salad, eat them raw. At between 30 and 45 days, you should be harvesting radishes. So if you plant them, and 2 weeks later, you plant another patch, 2 weeks later, you plant another row of them, and you can continually have food production. All right, after radishes, we have some pickling cucumbers. We have some squash. Now, the cucumbers can take like 60 to 90 days to mature, require a lot of water. Zucchini. Remember the squash family, disease and bug resistant, but you're looking at 60 to 90 days maturity. You have cantaloupe, watermelon, spinach. Now, for nutrition, then you're going to need the radish, the spinach, zucchini, because the most nutrition in the cucumbers on the outside. Have more radish, cabbage, more zucchini, squash zucchini, watermelon, cantaloupe, bush bean, pea, Mississippi purple hull pink eye peas, BVR bean, more pickling cucumbers. Now, the pickling's the name because they're only about that big whenever you harvest them. But the point is, mustard greens. The point is that every survivalist should have a good stockpile of seeds. That even if the grocery stores were to close tomorrow, I have enough commercial grade fertilizer out in the shed, and I have access to manure and other stuff to do organic gardening. I have enough seed here to feed my family for 2 or 3 years. So, the question is, how self-sufficient are you on your home food production? If you were to go and look at your seed stockpile right now, how long would you be able to raise your own food?